Embracing acceptance, a path to peace. Acceptance. It's a word we often hear, but its true meaning can be elusive. It's not about liking a situation or condoning bad behavior. Instead, acceptance is about acknowledging reality. It's about recognizing what is, without judgment or resistance. Acceptance is a close cousin to humility. Both require us to let go of the need to control. Both ask us to be open to what is, even if it's uncomfortable. Acceptance is a journey, not a destination. It's a practice, a daily choice we make to embrace life on life's terms. It's about finding peace in the midst of chaos. It's about letting go of our expectations and surrendering to the present moment. Acceptance is not weakness. It's not giving up or giving in. In fact, it takes incredible strength and courage to accept what is. It means facing our fears, our pain, and our disappointments with open hearts. When we embrace acceptance, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We free ourselves from the chains of negativity. We allow ourselves to experience joy, peace, and love more fully. Acceptance is the key to unlocking our true potential. It's the path to living a more authentic and meaningful life. The roots of frustration, resisting the flow. Life is full of challenges. It throws us curveballs when we least expect it. We experience loss, disappointment, and pain. These experiences are a natural part of being human, but how we respond to these challenges makes all the difference. When we resist what is, we create suffering. We get stuck in a cycle of negativity. We become frustrated, angry, and resentful. We blame others for our unhappiness. We try to control the uncontrollable. This resistance only amplifies our pain. Consider a time when you were deeply frustrated. What triggered that feeling? Was it a situation you couldn't change? Was it someone else's behavior? Often, our frustration stems from our unwillingness to accept what is. We want things to be different. We want people to change. But the reality is, we can't control the world around us. When we hold on to anger and resentment, we poison ourselves. We carry that negativity with us, letting it seep into every aspect of our lives. It affects our relationships, our work, and our overall well-being. Letting go of the need to control is often the first step towards acceptance and inner peace. The elusive nature of acceptance, a constant dance. Acceptance is not a one-time event. It's not a switch we can turn on and off at will. It's a fluid and ever-changing process. There will be moments when acceptance comes easily. We feel at peace with ourselves and the world around us. But there will also be times when acceptance feels impossible. We struggle to let go of our anger, our grief, or our fear. It's important to remember that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel our feelings fully. Acceptance doesn't mean suppressing our emotions. It's about acknowledging them, allowing ourselves to feel them, and then letting them go. Acceptance is a dance, a constant ebb and flow between embracing what is and acknowledging our own humanity. It's about being kind to ourselves, even when we're struggling. It's about recognizing that we're all works in progress, doing the best we can with what we have. Section 4. Trapped in quicksand, the pitfalls of forced acceptance. We can't force acceptance. It's not something we can will ourselves into feeling. In fact, trying to force acceptance often has the opposite effect. It's like trying to force ourselves to fall asleep. The more we try, the more elusive sleep becomes. Imagine yourself stuck in quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. Acceptance is similar. The more we try to force it, the more we resist what is. We become trapped in our own minds, consumed by our thoughts and emotions. True acceptance arises from a place of surrender. It's about letting go of the struggle, of the need to control. It's about allowing ourselves to be present with what is, without judgment or resistance. When we stop fighting reality, we create space for acceptance to emerge organically. Section 5. Letting go of the need to explain. A journey inward. Often our resistance to acceptance stems from a need to understand. We want to know why things are the way they are. We want to make sense of the chaos. We crave explanations, justifications, and resolutions. But sometimes, there are no easy answers. Sometimes, life just is. We may try to explain away other people's problematic behavior. We make excuses for them. We try to rationalize their actions. We tell ourselves that they didn't mean it, or that they're just going through a tough time. While empathy and understanding are important, it's also crucial to recognize when our need to explain is preventing us from accepting the reality of the situation. This need to explain often stems from our own ego. We want to believe that we have control over our lives and the people in it. We want to believe that if we can just understand why someone is behaving a certain way, we can change their behavior. But the reality is, we can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. Section 6. Finding peace within. Cultivating self-awareness and acceptance. The key to finding peace in the midst of chaos is to cultivate self-awareness. When we're self-aware, we're able to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. We can recognize when we're resisting acceptance and gently guide ourselves back to a place of peace. Self-awareness allows us to step back from the situation and see it from a more objective perspective. We can ask ourselves, what's really going on here? What am I feeling? What's the story I'm telling myself? Is this story helpful or harmful? When we're able to detach from our thoughts and emotions, we create space for acceptance to emerge. We can begin to see the situation more clearly and respond in a more skillful way. We can choose to let go of the need to control, to explain, or to blame. Letting go doesn't mean we condone bad behavior or tolerate injustice. It simply means that we're choosing to focus our energy on what we can control ourselves. We can choose to walk away from toxic relationships. We can choose to set boundaries. We can choose to forgive ourselves and others. And most importantly, we can choose to accept ourselves, flaws and all. While perfect balance may be unattainable, we can learn to adapt to life's challenges with grace and resilience. We can cultivate inner peace by embracing acceptance as an ongoing practice. And in doing so, we open ourselves up to the fullness of life with all its beauty, joy, and love.